Elementary Unit 6, page number 34. Question number 5. 1. Read about David and his wife Rosa. This is the reading text. This is number 1. Then move on to number 2. Write short answer to the questions. Questions are given here, and this is the answer key for this question. Question number 2. This is the answer key. This is the answer key for question number 2. Move on. Next question. Could or couldn't. Number 6. When I was 3, I could ... Write 3 things you could do when you were 3. When you were 3. Example, I could run. Then number 2, I could ... Number 3, I could swim, I could play, I could sing. So you can write things like that. Number 2, write 3 things you can do now but you couldn't do when you were 3. So example, I couldn't swim when I was 3 but I can now. Similar sentences you write here. I couldn't speak in English when I was 3 but I can now, or sentences like that. And number 3, write 2 things you couldn't do when you were 3 and you still can't do. Example, I couldn't ski when I was 3 and I still can't. So number 2 and number 3, fill in them. There is no answer key for this question. Vocabulary, page number 35. The first question, words that go together. Match a verb in A with a word or phrase in B. So example, stay in a hotel. Stay in a hotel. This is the answer key for this question number 1, the matching. Answer key. Okay, now question number 2, complete the conversations with a word or words from exercise 1 in the correct form. So with the help of this exercise 1, we have to complete the sentences given here. And this is the answer key for this question number 2. Answer key for this question number 2. Next question, prepositions. Number 8, complete the sentences with preposition from the box. This is the box. These are the list of prepositions given here. So complete the sentences with them. This is the answer key for this question number 8, prepositions. Move on to the next page. Writing. Question number 9. 1. Read the advertisement for a job. Carol is interested in the job. Read the information about her and complete her letter. What is the letter? This is the letter you have to complete. Answer key is this. This is the answer key. This is the answer key. So this one, number 1, road. Number 2, street. This way. This way you answer the question. So complete the letter. Then once you complete it, study the organization of Carol's letter. This is a formal letter, so you study this letter carefully and try to understand how we format, how we prepare a formal letter. A formal letter has 3 different paragraphs here, and we start a formal letter with addressing a person. We address the person here, then we put the dates here, and we begin later with formal, either it is a formal or informal with dear Miss Watson, dear Mr. Ahmed, dear Abdullah, so things like that. Okay, then we move on. We don't use shortcuts. Then we have a signature here. Then we print the name here. So try to study this letter properly and try to understand how we format a formal letter. And look at the advertisement for another job and write a similar letter. So this advertisement is the guidance. You try to write a similar kind of letter by yourself.